Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We will be talking today about this third episode of Married at First Sight, season 12. Stay tuned. So how you guys doing today? How's it going? It's Wednesday. So yeah, let's chat. Let's talk about this episode. This first beginning of this episode started off with this couple of ours. We have Paige and Chris. So again, like I mentioned in my last video, I was just kind of like blown away with some of how Chris' behavior was. However, I started to feel a little nervous for Paige myself because I felt like it was all about looks to him. I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but that's how I was feeling. Like, wow, he's too hung up on, oh, I hope I'm attracted to her. I hope I'm attracted to her. So I don't know how you felt, but I was relieved when he was like, oh, she's beautiful. And I was like, okay, well, he's attracted to her. She's attracted to him. When they were standing over each other after they popped their little toast, basically you can see the look on his face when he asked her, what do you do for a living, right? And she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm an accountant and I have a property and I also, you know what I mean? So he like, oh, wow. So I really love that, and like her being a black, strong female and being able to stand up and say, hey, I do have things going for myself. And if anything, she seemed a little concerned about his spending habits. Like, oh, we need to talk about that, right? Another thing that stood out to me was how much he brought up his ex. Now, that can definitely be a red flag, especially with a new man. It's your wedding day. Like, I don't even feel like he should have even brought her up. That's my opinion. Thinking about the reception, when they were sitting there eating and talking, Chris don't hold nothing back. He said, first of all, he asked if she was on, like, how you gonna ask if she on birth control? I mean, I could see the look all over her face. Like, what? Did he really just ask me that? So, and then I can tell that she was still very concerned about the ex-fiance. He's like, oh, do you have time? She like, yeah, I have time. We just got married. We got all our lives. Like, I need to know what's going on. Like, what's what? So, he basically laid it out there that it was a trust issue on both their parts or whatever. But I still get this eerie feeling about this ex. And if he gave it enough time between the time he got out of that relationship and the time he got on the show, and if the experts even took that time frame into consideration. So that's actually something that I would like to see unfold as time goes on. Like, first of all, it's not funny, but when he said I usually like to masturbate, but I was fasting for 3 days so that I could come in here clear-minded and ready and pure. I mean, I give it to him for the struggle, but yeah. So yeah, I know y'all seen at the reception when Chris' dad did the speech, and he basically was like, I want my grandkids to come soon. I don't know what it is with them with like sex and babies, but you know, she was just like kind of taken back, like, well, dad, y'all already get me pregnant on my wedding night. I just met my husband. Y'all see my face, right? Now, why, when Chris was talking to the bridesmaids, wait, no, but let me back up some. Paige talking to Chris' parents, dad continues to say he not hard to please, but when he get home from work, he need to be taken care of often. Sir, you don't need to tell me what I need to do in my bed. See, yeah, no. His dad is getting on my last nerve. That's just that. I don't know if it's for TV or what it is for. I'm on my little rant page right now. Then let me go back to Chris. Now, I just said a few seconds ago that Paige wasn't really feeling connected. She like, I hope we gonna connect good because I'm not feeling the chemistry. This dude, I'm gonna call him a dude, goes and tell her bridesmaids, Paige is not 100% what I want. She may be what I need. She perfect on paper, but she not what I want. He said he was initially attracted to her when he first saw her, but then once he started talking to her a little bit more, like, she's beautiful her own way, but she's just not his dude. You is a noodle. You don't even deserve somebody like that. So now I'm back at it again. Like, I was just fine. And then when I continued on watching the show, I was like, wait, what? Y'all tell me what y'all think about Chris. Like, he really just threw me for a loop right now. He just did. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this couple. Like I said, I see some chemistry, but I see some similarities, but I also see some things that could be red flags. She's very independent. He does have a big ego. He said on this episode tonight that he is humbled, and that he used to be big-headed, but I still kind of see a lot of the arrogance in this Paige. Like, I remember during their photo shoot, she didn't seem as comfortable, and she didn't feel like they really had chemistry. I saw the part where she was talking to her girlfriends and her family, and she was just kind of like, my fear is that we don't have chemistry. Like, I'm attracted to him, but I don't feel like he's giving me eye contact. He doesn't seem like he's really into me. But after she said that, I felt like once they got on the dance floor and they danced and he opened up a little bit more. But I don't know if it's a combination of Paige's slight insecurity, or if this is a real thing that she's feeling from him. Because, again, he does give off, like, real standoffish vibes in general, I think. So she could be spot on. But then again, I think it could also be him talking so much about his past relationship and his ex-fiance could give her a little bit of doubt or, insecurity when it comes to where she's standing in his life. So I would hope that he gets better with that and he just truly focuses on Paige and not on the things of the past, and just try to get to know her and them open up, and so that they can see and get the best out of this experience and give each other what they really do deserve. I feel like it goes that way for both of them. But I'm going to hope for the best. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So yeah, let's move on to the next couple. So now here we got my girl Haley and Jacob. Now, she was the one we already know. She's the bridesmaid. She's everybody's bridesmaid. So I seen her kind of freaking out because she's so used to being a bridesmaid that now that she's the bride, is like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually the bride. Haley gives me the vibe that she could be very picky. I feel like that's the reason why she's been single for, I guess, either 5 or 7 years. She hasn't been in a relationship. I mean, Jacob, he has a lot of quirky ways. You can just see it. And I was a little nervous at the actual ceremony because Jacob was just quiet the whole time and just looking at her. And then she's like, what the hell am I doing? So I couldn't help but laugh at that part. Like, he just didn't seem all the way there. Jacob and Haley, I still kind of feel like, she has something that she can pull out of him. And I feel like he has something that he can get from her. And so I'm going to still say a yes for them. But like I said, he just really quirky. Like, I don't know how okay she is with the quirkiness. I mean, I feel like she said, even in this episode, she's still a little shocked. So let's jump back to one of our couples from last week who they showed their actual reception today. Vincent and Brianna. See a little bit of their reception in this episode, which I thought was beautiful, when Brianna's girlfriend comes over to her and she asks her how she feeling, and she did that same thing I did in my last video. Check. Bald head, check. Beard, check. It was so cute. It was amazing. And to see Brianna being such a strong black female, open and willing and ready to just humble herself and just follow her mate and just be a wife to him. Like, her girlfriend asked her, are you going to take his last name? She said yes. She said, oh, like now or later? And when she said now, no hyphenation. I thought that was so beautiful. Like, I know and I can tell that the way he comes off, he gives her the vibe like he's going to be a protector. She said it to her friend. She said, I think that I'm going to be okay. That's so sweet. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. He already pushing that confidence in her. I think his family has put that in her. And so have his vows. And so has, just the way he carry himself is giving her a lot of hope. And although she has a career and I'm sure she has money and she got herself together, that one piece of the puzzle that's missing. I really hope and pray that they can fulfill that for one another. Okay, last but not least, before I leave you guys, I wanted to talk about the first night, their wedding night. Sex or no sex? Tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm starting off with Clara and Ryan. Clara took forever in the bathroom. Ryan seemed like he was like, yawning, annoyed. She had bobby pins all in her hair. And she finally did get in bed. I don't think they're going to have sex the first night. That's just me, my personal thought. I don't think so. As far as Chris and Paige, he's talking about on this portion of the show, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more attracted to my wife as I talk to her more. I'm just so over him. But anyway, no, I don't think they're going to have sex the first night. First of all, I hope they don't have sex the first night. He don't even deserve that. For real. I'm still a little sketchy about him anyway. Brianna and Vincent, she just says she loves how supportive that he is, and she's falling for him. They seem like they're both falling really, really hard, really, really fast. However, I don't think they're going to have sex on their wedding night. Just my thought. We'll find out, I guess, on next week's episode. Jacob and Haley, she seemed annoyed. Haley still seemed very uncomfortable around him to me, in my personal opinion. It just looked awkward, even them two laying in bed. He's like, oh, I've just been thinking about wanting to kiss her. And she's like, no. So I definitely don't see sex happening for them on a wedding night. And then finally, our last couple, Eric and Virginia. Virginia's really, I'm not going to call her loose juice, but she's really like loose. And I don't know if it was some of the alcohol, just the fact that she has some things when it comes to being comfortable or being good in a relationship where she don't feel as though they're going to leave her. So I don't know. I think if any of the 5 couples have sex on their wedding night, it's going to be Eric and Virginia. But then again, I would say that they possibly may just go to sleep. But if you leave it up to her, they're going to do it. You guys let me know what you think. I'm not all the way 100% on one couple or the other. Like I said, I do have my favorites. These last 2 weddings, I was like, But stay tuned for next week. We'll be doing this again. And ask your questions or give your comments. Real Talk with Ladie-T. Let me know what you think. Have a good one.